Famleeguer reporting live from Acrisure Stadium to bring you Week 2. Do we really have to go over this week? Can we just skip into next week? Please? I guess not. I guess we'll recap Week 3. Hope the Famleeguers had a great Week 3. Pretty sure, looks like everyone, 6 people definitely did. 5 people wasn't too bad. But for one particular person, it was like Oppenheimer came.
Hi, SpongeBob. I'm gonna kick your butt.
Just joshing you? Let's go ahead and throw this little meme right here. Just joshing you last year versus just joshing you this year. Yeah. The joshing, he has turned it up several notches. No, in all honesty,
nice win.
Josh, I am proud of you. You did something Week 3 that wasn't done at all last year. It has only been done once in the 3-year history of the Famleegue. This is the 3rd year. Josh scores 202 points. No other team, except for one team, he scored 214 in 1 week. No other team has surpassed 200 points. 202 points. I think what we'll do next year, if I don't change the point system, which I've kept it pretty simple, the only thing I change is like punters. I think if someone hits the 200 threshold, maybe give like a small cash prize. I think that'd be cool because it's a pretty rare feat. But my man did it. My man Josh did it. Did it against the commish, but it is what it is. 202 to 119. I was feeling good about it. I was up 16-0 after Thursday. And then me and Kelsey were watching the Dolphins game. And I'm like, okay, Mostert, he's kind of killing it right now. And then their backup was coming in and scoring touchdowns. So I was like, of fucking course. And then all of a sudden, Mostert started finding the end zone. I was like, dude, he's got his 3rd touchdown. I was like, oh my gosh, baby, he has his 4th touchdown. He has 45 points. It was insane. I'm like, dude, this is gonna be my week. Psych. Not my week indeed. It was Raheem Mostert's week, but it was just Josh Neal's week, man. I'm gonna go ahead and I'll throw the graphic on this side. Look at his team. Just look at the points here. His main guys did very well, obviously with Devontae Adams throwing at 42 on Sunday Night Football. The Jerome Ford sweepstakes looking very good. 19 points in his full game debut, fantasy-wise. Bills defense. I'm telling you guys, if you're playing me, the theme of the year is if you play Sam, your defense is scoring over 20 points at least. 35 by the Cowboys in week 1. 23 Steelers in week 2 against me. Now 31 Bills defense week 3. Crazy. His punter, Matt Gay, 24 points. So, unbelievable week. We might not have another team have as a successful week as Josh did. Insane. We're going to move on to the Allens. Allens versus Predators against Felice Najee Dodd. And I was like, oh, he named his team after Josh Allen. And somehow this guy, who I feel like people kind of forget about, kind of sleep on, Keenan Allen. He's waking you guys up for a 2nd straight week. 45 points. You got Keenan Allen and Josh Allen. Together, Allens, plural. I get it. I don't know why I'm slow to pick up on some of these names. My bad, guys. My bad. He had 4 players with 19 or more points. 165 to 116. Another explosion out of my boy Jay Turner. For Felice Najee Dodd, Justin Herbert, 29 points, led all quarterbacks for week 3. And he is the top fantasy quarterback. He's ranked numero uno. Travis Kelce, 19 points. We keep on hearing about Kelce and Swift. Is this what they're talking about? Kelce and Swift? I don't get it. I don't know. So yeah, Jay stays undefeated. Let's check out some of these other undefeated teams. We're gonna go to our defending champion. Will she keep her win streak alive? Will she stay undefeated? Will she stay on the throne? I don't even think she even knows how to spell the word lose. And she's gonna have problems trying to spell again this week. She wins a tight one. 107.78. I had to throw in decimals. To 103.26. Now, week 1, should have started Ramondre Stevenson. I would have won. And here, Amendola Oblongata, he was also undefeated too. Took his first loss. He started Christian Watson as flex. But Christian Watson put the O in Watson. He was out. He could have started anyone else on his bench. And probably would have beaten Kendra. I'm not saying Kendra's getting lucky. She's just been catching the right matchups at the right time. I'm just kidding. She knows how to spell lose. This is just, it's in her blood. It's her blood. I don't know, she's calling on face football a little late, but no better time like the present. So 12 games in a row she's won. Insane. By the way, I tested without the microphone, the headset, before doing the video. So hopefully it sounds clear. We'll see. She was before Monday Night Football, she was down 86.26 to 81.68. But lo and behold, Eric McPherson, I like to call him Kickpherson, 18 points in the Monday night game. She had T. Higgins and the Buccaneers punter too. They didn't really contribute too much, but it obviously helped. She won by 4 points. I think they each scored 4 points, so it obviously helped. Now her kicker, 18 points. Ryan's kicker also had 18 points. So a little kickoff there. Could have kicked off the episode with that. Let's see if her sister, Smokin' Joe, will she stay undefeated? You want to be in this? And by that personal sound effect, a live sound effect. Not a pre-recorded one, a live one. I might have to record her doing that sound effect and add it on here. By that, no. She took her first L, and I forgot my L prop. She caught the L. I really wanted to start the episode with this, but oh well. Yep, she loses 157 to 129. Trey gets his first win. Unfortunately, it comes to someone getting their first loss for him to get his first win, but hey, that's how the cycle goes, right? That's how the cycle goes. Tyreek Hill, big week for Kelce, as always. Mike Will made it. 25 points, but he will not make the rest of the season.
My leg!
Yep, his leg. Joe Burrow and Derrick Henry. I know she don't want to hear this because she's been complaining about it all week. Combined for only 10 points. That is tough. It was 126 to 112 before Sunday Night Football, and they both had players for each game. But her guys did not come through. Kyron Williams didn't really have a big game. Neither did Joe Burrow, obviously. But for Cup my balls. Eagles defense and Tutu Atwell had pretty decent games. They were just a little bit too much for Kelce to make a comeback. Also, Kenneth Walker III, strong 30-point game. Sam Laporta, you got the same initials, 22 points. He had 6 players with 14 or more points. So 157, pretty strong flex on him, you know? Pretty strong week for Trey. We're going to move on to Hertz Locker and rubbing out a win. And Hertz Locker gets out of the locker. Puts the heart in the locker on rubbing out a win. He wins 152 to 133. I don't think there's really too much of a comeback here. Really what helped Hertz Locker is Jamar Chase having a huge Monday night game. He also had Jalen Hurts too. And it sucked for rubbing out a win because Randy has A.J. Brown and Dallas Goedert. But if they did good, which they did pretty well, it was due to their quarterback, which Jalen Hurts, obviously on Bryce's team name. So kind of counteracted a little bit there. For Hertz Locker, James Conner having a nice quiet season over there in Arizona. He's been one of the top running backs of fantasy football so far. That's pretty much it for that. He also had 5 players and 19 or more points, so pretty big week for him. It was like his quarterback, both his running backs, and both his wide receivers all like above the 19 threshold. So we're going to go to Scranton Stranglers and me and my homies. Is this the last one? Wow. Scranton Stranglers. He's choking my homies, man. You can't be choking the homies. Unless you're playing him in fantasy football, I guess. He wins 117 to 102. A little close matchup there, too. I took a screenshot before Monday Night Football, or maybe it was during Monday Night Football, and the scores were close. So they were pretty close. I'm sure we'll have closer weeks as, the season goes on, hopefully. But another close matchup here, only 15-point, deficit. Mahomes had a chance to come back. He had I think I wrote it down wrong. He had Devontae Smith. He had someone else playing too. But he was down 30. So, I mean, he still needed like a lot to come back. And they only gave him 15. So, for Scranton Stranglers, his flex, defense, special teams, kicker, and punter combined it for 50 points. That's pretty good. I don't know the flex you think would take most of it, but it was all kind of divided kind of equally. So, on his bench, though, I call this Thielen the love. He was not Thielen the love on the bench. 31 points for Adam Thielen, 24 points for Jordan Love. So he was not Thielen the love, but he passes the L to my homies. So he was stealing the win, and that's all that matters. So, all right, well, nice little recap there for week 3. Top scorers were this guy literally came out of nowhere. I never heard about this guy. I was getting pissed when I was hearing about him because he was taking away Mostert's points. But, Mostert ended up, pretty much getting even with him. Devon a chain. Iced out the gang, make an emoji a chain. Devon a chain, 51.3 points. We got another Oppenheimer. Another explosion. That's crazy. 51.3 points. His second ever NFL game rushes over 200 yards. Insane. We're going to talk about him in a little bit. We're going to talk about him more in a little bit, that is. Keenan Allen, like I mentioned too, 45 points. Mostert also 45 points. Devontae Adams, 42 points. Then Adam Thielen with 31.5. So there was 7 guys that scored over 30 points. It's kind of rare to see 4 guys over 40 points too in 1 week. Including a 50-pointer. 50-pointer is super rare. I want to say maybe last year Josh Jacobs and Joe Mixon may have been the only guys with 50-point performances. I might be missing a quarterback or maybe another running back or even a wide receiver. I'm sure maybe Justin Jefferson maybe had a 50-point game too at some point, but Those are the ones that come to mind. So 50 points in fantasy is super rare. And this was even a rare feat because no one had him. I think only like he was rostered in 16% of the league. So pretty wild. We're going to keep on little segue. Keep on talking about him. So after week 3, I was turned out to be the only winless team after 3 weeks. So I became the king of the waiver wire. So of course I had to get a chain first. 5 other people put in claims for him just in case if I didn't, but catch me lacking on that. Another hot guy was Josh Palmer. Now I was talking about Kelsey had Mike Williams. He's out for the season. Josh Palmer seemed to step it up last year for him, and he stepped it up this Sunday when he got hurt too. So very good option. Kelsey was kind of hoping that people weren't going to remember him from last year or think about maybe getting him, but 5 total people put a claim on Josh Palmer. And it'll only be right for Josh Palmer to go to just joshing you. So, very fitting. There was a total of 9 players claimed on the wire. I ended up claiming 3 of them, so I did, most of the work there. I meant to talk about this, little personal gain here, but I've been talking about this last week's episode. Before I left Pennsylvania, I was low key killing it with the sports bets. There was three football bets that I put a $6 bet in. I won $53, which it's not too. It's not like big, but it's still something adds up. Now I put a $10 bet, won $106. And then I put a $9 bet. I don't know why I made like 9. Maybe I only had like $9 left. I won $59. So not bad. Not bad. It was a total of $25 put in, and I won $219. So not bad. When betting becomes legal here, I'm going to be catching too many of these. I'll be helping you guys out. I'll probably doing like my picks for the week or whatever. And then we could all go on a bet or something. So it'll be a fun, new segment. I want to say it's January 8th. It's what Kelsey found. So, January 8th. We will make a parlay together. All right. Week 4 preview. We're going to start off with our number 1 team. New number 1 team. Allens versus Predators. He's the number 1 team because he's undefeated and he scored more points than the other undefeated team, Kendra. He scored the most points out of anyone. And it's only fitting that he plays a team that hasn't won a game yet. Me. Of course, I'm like, well, after getting slaughtered by just joshing you, maybe I will catch a break and play someone that's close to my level. Give me a 1-2 team. Come on. I have 50% chance I'd play a 1-2 team. Nope. I'm playing the best team in the league. Of course. So that's why I threw out there. Go ahead and entertain me with some trades, but I think I'm going to ride it out at least till I'm 0-5. I will say, in the 12-man league I was in last year, started off 0-4. Then I won this crazy 8-game winning streak. Ended up winning the championship. I'm just saying, that league's very competitive like this one is with adding players and whatnot. So I will say history repeats itself. So we'll see. But if I get that 0-5, oh yeah. I'm going to have to make some major moves. Next one will go to Kirk Thuggins against Scranton Stranglers. This easily could have been matchup of the week, but I have matchup of the week kind of next couple ones. I forgot to say the projected score for me and Jay's, but it doesn't matter. He's going to blow me out. No homo. Scranton Stranglers is projected to win 126-117. Next, we have Smokin' Joe versus Amendola Oblongata. This would have been a nice opportunity for matchup of the week, but I think this would have been Ryan's 3rd in a row. So much love, Ryan, but I'm gonna have to give that award to someone else. They're both 2-1, like I said. It's projected 132 to 113. I feel like Ryan can make some lineup adjustments, kind of get that projection up. So should have to text to remind you, look at the lineup, make sure you got no one out. But I'll shoot you a text this time. And for a trade. Matchup of the week. Here we go.
What did I tell you about talking to strangers?
Now he's gonna kick my butt.
Just joshing you against Cut My Balls. Now, they're both 1 and 2, and it's a 6 versus 8 seed, but their projections are 126.7 to 126.2, and they both had phenomenal weeks last week. So I think their teams are kind of like just getting hot, and it'll be interesting to see like of these like kind of teams that have kind of sparked a little bit of fire. It'll be kind of interesting to see which one goes 2 and 2 and which one goes 1 and 3. You smoking up or? Okay. You're good, baby. Say hi. Oh, it's too slow. Okay, Maya can say hi too. It's okay, Maya. It's okay, baby. You want to say hi? Hi, everybody. Go Daddy's team. He sucks, though. We're going to go on to Hertz Locker versus me and my homies. Teams are both 1 and 2. It's projected 127 to 118. And last but not least, rubbing out a win against Felice Najee-Dodd. Felice Najee-Dodd projected to win 124 to 121. Like I said, like I said earlier, 6 teams that are 1 and 2. Coincidentally, they all play against each other, which is pretty wild how it works out. It's so funny. Like last year was one of the most epic fantasy football seasons. Just like how it ended, because like we were all like right here. No offense, Molly, but you were down here. Everyone else is here, and then like 2 teams were like up here, like basically like almost untouchable. Everyone was like 8 and 7, 7 and 8. So we're kind of starting off this like kind of similar to that too. All these 1 and 2 teams, they'll go to 2 and 2. Some teams go to 1 and 3. So it's going to be really interesting. So this will be somewhat of a pivotal week here. So that's all I got, guys. So just be smart with who you start, and it's boogie woogie woogie. I don't know.